Hi everybody, in this video we are going to discuss about the chapter named as chemical coordination and integration. Chemical coordination and integration, and especially we are going to now discuss about the adrenal gland that is present in our body as an endocrine gland. Now adrenal gland is present as one pair, okay, so we can say that adrenal glands, okay, they are adrenal glands as one pair, they are present. Where are they present? If you are seeing these adrenal glands, they are present one on at the anterior part of each kidney. One on at anterior part of each kidney. Means if you are looking at the kidneys, okay, if these are the kidneys, now, okay, the excretory system. Now here the adrenal glands, okay, the adrenal glands are present one on each kidney as cap-like structures. As cap-like structures, they are present. So this is one adrenal gland and this is another adrenal gland. So here we can say that there are two adrenal glands. A pair of adrenal glands are present in our body. One on each kidney, on the anterior part of each kidney, they are present. Okay, on anterior part of each kidney, they are present. So that is about the location. And these adrenal glands that are there present on each kidney, they are composed of a particular tissue. Okay, they are composed of a particular tissue, we say. So what is the tissue that it is composed of? That it is composed of means adrenal medulla and adrenal cortex. Adrenal medulla and adrenal cortex. Now for example, now if we are taking the adrenal gland, okay, if we are taking the adrenal gland, say suppose let us say that this is the adrenal gland, okay, this is the adrenal gland. Now if you are taking the adrenal gland and taking the transverse section, you can very clearly see two important or two different regions. There are two different regions. One towards the periphery, okay, one towards the periphery means towards the outside, and one towards the, okay, center. Okay, there is one region which is towards the center, and the region which is there towards the center is called as the adrenal medulla. Okay, adrenal medulla. This is a one type of tissue. Okay, let us remember that it is one type of tissue that is there present. Okay, that is there present. And towards the periphery, towards the outside, this is towards what we are saying, towards the center. Okay, towards the center. And towards the periphery, there is another region called as adrenal cortex. Okay, adrenal cortex is the another region. This is also a type of tissue. This is also a type of tissue, and this is present towards outside, or we can say that it is present towards the periphery, towards the margins, towards the sides, it is present. So you have to remember that the adrenal gland is composed of two different types of tissues. The two types of tissues are what? Adrenal medulla and adrenal cortex. Adrenal medulla and adrenal cortex. These are the two different types of tissues by which the adrenal gland is made up of. And now we will look at the hormones that are produced now. Okay, hormones that are produced from the adrenal gland. And as we highlighted that it is made up of two tissues, now two tissues will be involved in producing different hormones. Two tissues are involved. What are those tissues? Adrenal medulla and adrenal cortex. Both are involved in producing different types of hormones. Now first we will see the hormones that are produced from the adrenal medulla. The hormones that are produced from the adrenal medulla. There are two important hormones produced from the adrenal medulla. One is called as what? Adrenaline. Okay, one is called as adrenaline. This adrenaline is also known as epinephrine. It is also known as what? Epinephrine. Okay, epinephrine we call it as. And noradrenaline. Noradrenaline is also known as norepinephrine. Norepinephrine. Okay, norepinephrine. This is the another name that is given for noradrenaline. Noradrenaline. And these two hormones, adrenaline and noradrenaline, they are commonly called, okay, these two, okay, if you are looking at these two hormones, okay, adrenaline and noradrenaline, these two are commonly called as catecholamines. Please remember this, catecholamines. Please remember, it's a very important word. Okay, these two are commonly called as what? Catecholamines. Okay, adrenaline and noradrenaline togetherly, they are called as commonly called as catecholamines. Okay, catecholamines. And one more point you have to remember is that adrenaline and noradrenaline, they are composed of one important amino acid called as the tyrosine. Okay, called as what? The tyrosine. Okay, we can remember that as what? Tyrosine. So remember that both the adrenaline and noradrenaline are containing one of the very important amino acid called as what? Tyrosine. That's an important thing that we have to remember. Okay, tyrosine. And now, when are these hormones produced? When are they secreted? These two hormones are secreted in response to any kind of stress. Remember that. In any kind of stress, okay, in any kind of stress, these two hormones will be produced. Okay, in any kind of stress, please remember that. Okay, in any kind of stress, adrenaline and noradrenaline will be produced. And during the emergency situations, okay, during the emergency situations, these two hormones will be produced. Okay, will be produced. Because they are produced during the emergency situations, these hormones are called as emergency hormones. These hormones are called as emergency hormones. Why are they called as emergency hormones? Because they are produced during the emergency situations. And they are also called as hormones of fight or flight. Hormones of fight or flight. Now, in order to understand this, okay, why the name is given, why these two hormones are called as hormones of fight or flight, let us take one simple example. Okay, let us take one simple example. Here, I am taking the, okay, lion. Okay, lion, and I am taking the deer, lion and deer. Now here, lion and deer are now taken to understand about why they are called as the hormones of fight or flight. Okay, hormones of fight or flight. Now, in the case of lion, okay, in the case of lion, it will try to attack what? The deer. But what the deer will do, it will try to run away from the deer. So here, or in simple, we can say lion is trying to fight with what? The deer. But whereas the deer is trying to run away. Okay, run away from what? The lion. So that's why it is called as flight. It is trying to run away from there, trying to fly away from there. So here lion and deer are the best examples in which one is trying to fight, one is trying to run away. In both of their bodies, what are produced? Adrenaline and noradrenaline, commonly called as what? Catecholamines. Catecholamines. Please remember that. So here, in order to understand here, these two, okay, lion and deer, okay, they are now producing what in their body? The two hormones. Now generally, when these two hormones are produced, now what happens is it increases alertness. It increases alertness, consciousness. They will be very conscious and alert, we say. Means what? See, when the lion is trying to chase, hunt the deer, it will be very alert. But at the same time, the deer will also be very alert that it will not be catched by what? The lion. By the lion. So in both of the cases, there is increase in what? Alertness. And there will be, pupillary dilation, means eyes will be enlarged in to see what is happening in and around them. Okay, what is happening around them, they will be trying to see very clearly because of what? Pupillary dilation. Pupil will be enlarged in the eye so that they can see everything clearly, for clear visibility. Okay, for clear visible. Okay, so here now there is pupillary dilation to see everything very clearly, we are saying. And the next one is that piloerection. Piloerection means what? Raising of hair. Okay, raising of hair on the body. Okay, raising of hairs on the body. The hair that is there present on our body sometimes, when we are hearing something or somebody makes us scared, okay, or you are hearing some news suddenly, then immediately the hair that is there on your body will get erected. That we call it as what? Piloerection. Okay, piloerection. And at the same time, sweating also will be there. Okay, sweating also will be there. So here, the point is, when adrenaline and noradrenaline are produced in the body, here all these things will be seen very clearly in a particular animal, especially in the human beings. Especially in the human beings, why I am telling is because you will not see sweating in the lion and the deer. Okay, you will not see sweating in the lion and the deer. So these can be now taken into consideration for humans. So whenever, okay, the humans are during the emergency situations or during any unwanted situation, okay, either they wanted to fight or flight or scared of something, fear of something or anything, in all these situations, now these things can be very clearly seen because they are all brought because of the two hormones called as what? Adrenaline and noradrenaline. And now the next one is, what are the major functions of these hormones? Okay, what are the major functions of the hormones? You know, when the lion is chasing the deer or when the deer is running away from the deer, in both of the cases what happens? There is an increase in heartbeat. There is an increase in what? Heartbeat. So remember, adrenaline and noradrenaline will increase what? The heartbeat. We also came across this in the previous chapter which we studied, circulation. Okay. So increases heartbeat. Please remember, these two hormones will increase the heartbeat, and they will increase in the heartbeat means they are increasing the contraction and relaxation. Contraction and relaxation. So here these two hormones will strengthen the contraction of the heart. Strengthen the contraction of the heart. That is another very essential thing that we have to keep in mind. Because of this, okay, crucial role of increasing the heartbeat or strengthening the contraction of the heart, these two hormones are called as emergency drugs. These are called as emergency drugs. Why are they called as emergency drugs? Because when a person is suffering with slow heartbeat or during the heart attack, they will be administering this particular hormones, these hormones, so that they will increase the heartbeat. So that's why these two hormones in medical terms, they are also called as emergency drugs. Emergency drugs in treating the patients who are suffering with heart attack. And these hormones will also increase what? The rate of respiration. Breakdown of glycogen into glucose in the blood. And also breakdown of lipids and proteins. So these are the important functions that we should keep in mind when we are discussing about the adrenal gland. So here we have learned the adrenal gland, where it is present on each kidney.